Well, I don't know about you, but I'm sure glad it's Wednesday. Yes, indeed, it is Win It All Wednesday here on the Sweet Spot. And I'm glad you're doing this with me. We are handling a series here called Unshakable. Unshakable. Finding strength when life shakes you. And today's episode is The Win. The win within. After all, it's Win It All Wednesday, and we should be talking about winning. So in this episode, we're going to try to redefine what it means to win. I'm Dr. Derek Sweet. I'm a board-certified psychiatrist. I am a mental performance coach. But more than that, I'm a sojourner. I'm a partner with you on this road as we unpack this mystery we call life. So this whole idea about winning, what is it all about? Winning is about more than just finishing first at the finish line. That's the easiest part of winning. So, look, before I jump into that, let me remind you that this is the Unshakable series. Monday, we talked about movement. We moved. It was Making Moves Monday. We said, look, you've got to move even when the ground is shaky. You can't wait for things to stop shaking in order to make your move. On Tuesday, we processed the pressure. Instead of just letting it pile up, we processed it. Go back and remember how to do that. And today we're going to talk about the win. But not the kind you post, not the kind of win people see. Today we're talking about the kind of win that can't be taken from you. Because here's the truth. If the world gets to define your wins, the world also gets to destroy your worth. So we've got to flip the script. Don't let the world define your win. We've got to redefine the win. So let's get that out of the way. Winning isn't always about the scoreboard. Now, I'm in sports, and yes, there's a lot of value on the scoreboard. But I'm talking about a bigger scoreboard today, the scoreboard of life. It's not just about paychecks either. It's not about promotions only. It's not just about applause. Sometimes the win is that you didn't go off on them when they got you ticked off. Sometimes the win is getting out of bed when your soul said, stay down and give up. Sometimes the win is choosing peace over proving your point. So I'm trying to give it to you real. The win is when your character doesn't collapse under pressure. That's a win. The win is when you stay grounded instead of spiraling. That's a win. And the win is when you love yourself enough to walk away from what once defined you or what once held you down. So if nobody told you that before, I wanted you to hear it now. And here's what's wild. Your brain doesn't need a gold medal to register a win. All it needs is for you to be aligned, to have integrity. When your actions line up with your values, even in the smallest of ways, your brain rewards you. Dopamine, the pleasure chemical, the motivation chemical, it hits. Your neurons and your neural pathways, they strengthen and they light up. When you align yourself with your values and start walking in your truth, you begin to move away from insecurity and towards confidence. And not just that hype confidence. This is about a trustworthy confidence because your brain is remembering that you are more aligned with values than seeking external approval and the applause of other people. You become very hard to manipulate because you're not looking for their approval. You're not looking for their applause. The deepest wins don't echo, they anchor. So when you choose integrity over impulse, when you choose peace over panic, truth over image, your nervous system, it feels it and it calls you a winner and it builds on it. And the ancient wisdom, it backs us up. It always backs us up. Let's go to Genesis. Joseph, remember him? He was betrayed by his brothers. Betrayal, one of the worst pains we can ever have to face. Joseph was betrayed by his brothers, thrown into a pit by his brothers, people you trust. In life, it's those that you trust that are closest to you that betray you. It won't feel like betrayal if you didn't know them, right? If you didn't believe in them and you didn't trust them. So Joseph was really hurt here and betrayed and then sold into slavery. Not just thrown in a pit, but sold into slavery. Falsely accused. Thrown away. Forgotten in prison. And yet, he never gave up his core. He stayed faithful. He kept showing up. And eventually, he rose to power in Egypt and saved the nation. But the wind wasn't the throne. That's the crazy thing about this particular ancient scripture. The wind wasn't the throne. It was that he never let bitterness own him. And he was still able to be eventually kind to these brothers. And that's what made him unshakable. Sometimes, my friend, your greatest win is who you didn't become in the middle of the betrayal, in the middle of the storm. Let's bring it forward. Let's go into some J. Cole. J. Cole said, the real ones don't chase, they attract. And I'll add this, the real ones don't shrink either. They align. Winning is improving. Winning is about becoming the kind of person your pain can't defeat. Becoming the kind of person your pressure can't distort. Becoming someone your younger self would trust and admire. So let me ask you, what's your win today? Maybe it's choosing rest over rage. Maybe it's saying no with love. Maybe it's texting someone that you need to forgive and make amends with. Speaking up when silence was your only way to survive. Or just breathing before you react. Taking control over some small thing in your life that you've been ignoring. Whatever it is, name it and own it. The win isn't always loud, my friend, but it's always sacred. And here's your affirmation for today. I don't chase the win. I carry it. I don't chase the win. I carry it. I win when I stay aligned with who I am. I win when I stay aligned with who I am. Let that sink in. You are a winner when you walk in your own truth, when you're not bending to somebody else's will, when you're not compromising yourself, when you're not setting yourself on fire so somebody else could stay warm. You're a winner then. I win when I am aligned with what I believe and what I value. Let that sink in. When you line up with what you believe and what you value, and you put your trust in the right place and with the right one, oh, you're a winner. You're a winner. Let that just sink in. Take a second and ask yourself, what's one invisible win I've already claimed this week? And if you haven't, now's the time. I'm going to stop for a second for you to reflect on the win that you already have. Yeah, right. And what's one quiet win you can choose today? Write it down, speak it, or celebrate it. Because you're building something here. Because you're building something that applause can't even touch. You don't need external validation. You are a winner. You were a winner because you were just born. Okay? You out-survived and outran all kinds of microorganisms and microprocesses to get here. So that sperm and egg thing made you a winner. All right now, you've been listening to Win It All Wednesday here on the Sweet Spot. I'm Dr. Derek Sweet. I hope you enjoyed this Win It All Wednesday series here as we tackle the Unshakable. And tomorrow is Trust Yourself Thursday. All right? And so listen, if winning was about alignment, then Trust Yourself is about holding it together. So many of us trust our titles, our opinions, our trends, our timelines, and we don't trust ourselves. Tomorrow, we're going to flip that. So until then, stay grounded, stay kind, and keep winning, my friend, from the inside out. This is Dr. Derek Sweet. If you liked this episode, please feel free to subscribe and to share it with someone who needs a win. Love and blessings.